Hey everybody, wanted to share my journey with you on trying to dry out this Carolina skiff. It's got about 6 inches of foam in the bottom of the hull, and when they leak water down through any screw holes, it just saturates that foam with water and they gain a bunch of weight and they lose speed. And this one won't get up on plane. It's got a Honda 45 horsepower motor. So anyway, I've researched it. I learned about drilling these holes in the back. I bought one of these setups. It's a 1-inch bit, 6 feet long. Got an extension 6 feet long. I rigged it up with a piece of 3/4 inch copper tubing. And on the inside of this, see if I can slip it down. There it is there. I got a piece of 1/2 inch CPVC pipe, like a spacer. So basically you can get you somebody to help you and hold this copper pipe while the drill motor is on the other end spinning this. And once you go to the extension, which will be like 12 foot, you need a longer piece of copper tubing and another piece of 1/2 inch CPVC inside. You know, space it out around the joint where you screw this adapter on. This makes it longer. I bought a longer screw, and I sharpened the one that fits onto the drill end. There's a hole. This is hardened, but there's a hole on the other end of this one. So I just set it up where this sharpened set screw goes down into that hole. So if it did come loose somehow, I have a better chance of getting it back out of the boat. So I drilled in the back of the boat 2 times. One on each side, one on the left, one on the right, looking at the back. Now I went 7 feet, which got me up there past my center console where all the screw holes are at the furthest point in the front. I set the boat up level, and then I dropped the nose down just a little bit where the level of the bottom of the boat was down just a little bit in the front, and then I held a level on that copper tube over the drill bit, and I got it level while I drilled. I made sure I stayed level, and I aimed it, you know, from back here looking at it, I aimed it parallel to the front of the boat, you know, staying off of the side. I measured up an 1.5 inches from the bottom of the boat. I came over 18 inches from center to the right. That's where I drilled my hole. I put these Garboard drains in here, and I adapted them with 1/2 inch PEX water pipe and fittings. And I came back here to my airline, which I've got running through a dryer filter rig like you would use for an airbrush. This is where you can drain the water off of the system occasionally. Keep an eye on that, don't let it get full of water on you. But I've got it set on 5 pounds, and it's bubbling through the screw holes. Sounds like a coffee pot percolating. I've put some pencil circles around the holes that were showing water so I can keep track of, you know, how it's doing. It's only been hooked up here for a little while. Another thing I did before I hooked my air line up to it like I've got it now, I had this fan right here stuck in this trash can right here, and I had these two pieces of 3/4 inch PEX, water pipe. I had it shoved all the way up inside the back of the boat, and then I had poked a couple of holes in the bottom of this trash can. See them down there? So I got the fan. See if I can show you a little bit, demonstration. Had the fan in the barrel like that, blowing in, up tight. And I had the water pipe stuck in the barrel. I had two of them stuck in there like that, with the fan blowing through that pipe up into the boat, one for each side. And I had it out in the sun with that fan on for a week. And the holes I drilled in the back of the boat, about 7 foot deep, they finally dried out, those two holes. But as you can see, there's still water in the boat. So I came up with this idea to put dry air in the boat and force the water back out the way it got in there. I don't think it can drain out by itself. I took a piece of the foam that came out of the boat, put it in a little pot of water, which is dried up now. But there's the foam. There's the piece of foam that I drilled out of the boat. But I left this sitting in this water, and at first it didn't seem like it was going to absorb any water, but over time it did. And I can just squeeze this now. Been sitting in here, no water in this pot. It's been evaporated now. But watch this. Look at the water coming out of that foam. So you'd have to squeeze this. You'd have to squeeze this whole boat, every compartment. If you look carefully, they've got ribs. One line this way, and then one line this way. The whole boat's like that, from left to right. You can kind of see the little marks. Rib, 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 rib. So there's a divider of fiberglass between each log of styrofoam, which I've drilled through this way. But like I say, the styrofoam, or foam, whatever you want to call it, whatever it is, it just absorbs that water and gains weight. And this is what I'm trying to do to get it to get on plane. So shrimp season's coming up. It's July the 3rd. Happy 4th of July to y'all. Shrimp season here in South Carolina, recreational bait shrimping, opens up about the first week of September. Only lasts 60 days. So I got to get this thing ready. I hope it'll dry out. If anybody else has any more ideas for me, or if anybody needs some help from me, my email address is joyeyogston@gmail.com. Good luck to everybody. maybe I'll see you on the water.